Right, I think it's about time we admit we have no actual idea of the truth of the dates surrounding these ancient sites. To be fair, I actually learned something from this clip. I did not know that the Sphinx was built into the limestone itself. That is fascinating. I had heard about the flood theory though. Let me know if you learned anything from this clip. I thoroughly enjoy anything related to ancient Egypt, so I'm always all over this stuff. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please do drop a like on it and sub, as it goes a long way to help the channel out. Also, let me know how many of those icons that you saw throughout the video. Comment below. But for now, stay well, stay safe, and stay curious. Until next time.